It is the act of glorifying, praising, and reverencing God in spirit and in truth. As one worships the Lord, the presence of God is usually manifested, which can lead to various forms of transformation and deliverance. So worship is also a way of getting yourself free from demonic oppression. And I'm giving you an example. 1 Samuel 16:14-16, it says, "Now the Spirit of the Lord had left Saul, and the Lord sent an tormenting spirit that filled him with depression and fear. Some of Saul's servants said to him, 'A tormenting spirit from God is troubling you. Let us find a good musician to play the harp. Whenever the tormenting spirit troubles you, he will play smooth, soothing music, and you will soon be well again.'" So sometimes worship is a powerful weapon that gets us free. You must know that if you don't worship, trust me, you're missing out on a whole area of deliverance. You need to engage in worship. This could be one of the ways that you could set yourself free. A believer who has a relationship with God and knows what he has done for them. So in any case, whether you gain freedom or not, we need to worship God because you have a relationship with him and you know what he done for you. So you have to worship God nonetheless for his goodness and his mercy. An individual who has difficulty finding joy and remaining consistent in it. A lot of times, a lot of angry people who just up and down in the emotions, 1 minute they're good, 1 minute they're down. A lot of the times they don't be worshiping God. They don't engage in worship. Or sometimes they're very, you just know somebody who constantly worshiping. They have a natural joy. They always have a joy with them. They're always excited. They always, hopeful. And I could tell somebody who don't really engage in worship, they might be reading the word a lot. They might be reading the word, but they don't worship. So they always had a sense of they just have an unrest with them, a heaviness with them. And I just know one time this person don't be worshiping. They don't worship enough or they don't worship at all. They just like to hear the word. But worship is something that has helped you come out of that state. Worshiping, you just have that joy with you, right? Because in the presence of the Lord, there is what? Fullness of joy. How the presence of God does come, not through worship. So in worship, joy comes. So if you can't find no joy, or you consistently, you can't be consistent in having joy, check your worship and see if it does worship at all. Worship breaks down the walls of fear, anxiety, stress, and demonic oppression. When you worshiping, when you worship, it's impossible for you to still remain fearful or anxious and stressed out because it don't take effort for you to. And in the midst of your fear and your anxiety and stress, you don't want to worship. That is probably the last thing you want to do. But if you muster up the strength and the courage to begin to worship, even though you're stressed out, trust me, it's gonna lift. It's gonna lift. That is a really good way of dealing with stress. Hallelujah. A person that is spiritually drained or came out of a deliverance session after you would have done and engaged in these things, and you're seeing deliverance happening in your life, you could be drained afterwards. You will be drained afterwards sometimes, especially when a strong man come out of you, a strong demon come out of you. You become spiritually weak, you're drained, you're feeling kind of confused, you're feeling like you're out of it. You have to engage in worship. Worship will strengthen your back, strengthen your inner man. Yeah, hallelujah. Your spirit man, it will strengthen your back so that you could be on your feet again, because that demon was occupying a big aspect of you. So you need to fill that aspect of you with the Spirit of God and with worship.